This is NBC Nightly News, reported by Brian Williams.
Good evening. When he first took control of North Korea, Harry Truman was president of the United States. Today, there are reports that ordinary North Koreans were crying in the streets following word that President Kim Il-sung had died of a heart attack at the age of 82. The initial word of his death came over state-run television. The announcer struggled to continue while reading the official statement. He was in control for 46 years and was called Great Leader. He was the longest-serving communist dictator in world history, revered as a hero, an icon in his own country. He led North Korea to war once and close to the brink of war as well. A government spokesman said North Korea's leader became exhausted, in part because of the meetings over the past month that resulted in the announcement of a North-South summit for later this month. The prospects for that summit are just part of the uncertainty following the death of Kim Il-sung. Word of the death came as President Clinton and 6 other heads of state were meeting in Italy to talk economics. NBC's Andrea Mitchell reports from Naples.
Kim's death shocked world leaders meeting in Naples, who turned to Bill Clinton for reassurance about the future of talks to disarm Korea's nuclear program.
They are entitled to a period of grieving and reflection. We appreciate the leadership of Kim Il-sung in starting these talks again, and we think they should continue, and we hope they will.
All the leaders called on North Korea to continue the talks, and U.S. officials said there were some encouraging signs. The long-awaited talks between the U.S. and North Korea on the nuclear issue began yesterday on schedule, even though the Koreans now say their leader had been dead for hours. That's why the White House thinks North Korea may be willing to continue Kim's policy.
Apparently the North Koreans desire to continue on with the summit with South Korea, and that while they did ask that we suspend our talks with them, they asked that our representatives stay in Geneva, and we agreed to do that. So we believe that they will stay with their policy and stay with their course.
Seeing no unusual activity in the DMZ today, Pentagon leaders told the president there was no need to put U.S. troops on alert. U.S. officials believe Kim Jong-il, Kim's son and likely political heir, is surrounded by a circle of top advisors who may actually be in charge. But American intelligence about North Korea is almost non-existent, which is why so little is known about how many bombs the North may have already produced.
I don't want to use the word guess, but there are differences of opinion based on best judgment. No one knows that for sure. That's what the talks are for.
American officials have asked China to help find out what is happening in Korea and whether the next regime will live up to Kim's promise to freeze Korea's nuclear program. Andrea Mitchell, NBC News with the president in Naples.